I think I didn't say this. I went to Taco Bell the other day because my sibling wanted a hot blast, and those little Cinnabon delights, they're so good. Anyways, point was, we went there. The cashier lady, she clearly liked me in a very LGBT way, but I didn't know how to tell her that I am a guy. So of course I didn't, because it was a drive-through. Like, I wasn't gonna do that. So anyways, I was very flattered. It doesn't help that when I go through drive-throughs, I put on a very, 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 very sweet, higher pitch voice, because I've gotten looks that people are like, that's not the voice I expect you to have, and I guess it fooled people enough. But luckily I don't go to Taco Bell very frequently, and I definitely don't go to that Taco Bell at all. I think we went to that Taco Bell like twice ever, so it's not near us. But anyways, very sweet, very much not what I expected to happen or planned to happen. Anyways, so I think the question here pretty much is, you get out of the machine, forget all of the time here, and Junko gets deleted, or we stay here forever, Junko can't leave, or Junko re-inhabits all of our dead friends. I think that's where we're at. Yeah, killing.
That explains why these chumps who weren't around last time have been reduced to mere side characters.
You called us chumps again!
Because it's true! Most importantly, the killing school trip wasn't just for your sake.
Okay, that was funny. Huh?
There was a more important goal there. The goal of luring a specific group of people.
So I'm guessing the OG people?
Since now's a great time, why don't we make that the question?
Question?
This is all just them talking.
As long as we're in the game world, the rules say I gotta ask questions every now and then.
Yeah, or else it's just a giant monologue. Forever. Was it Kingdom Hearts? Was it Kingdom Hearts that had like a 30-minute cutscene or something like that? Like it was a game that just had a ridiculously long cutscene, and I never played it, but my cousin and I were talking about it, and I'm like, that's too long. That's too long.
So, question: who did I lure, and how did I do it? The hint is, I get bored easily, so the same outcome as the killing school life would be a pain in the ass.
The same outcome was that she died, or that they got to escape. People got to escape.
Okie dokie, let's all think about it together.
I guess. The same outcome as the killing school life. I just have to remember what occurred then. There. Know how to read. The people Junko lured. The method. Lured. Lured? Lured. I should try connecting those dots. There should be an answer in there. Is it going to be a logic dive? Or, yep. Multiple questions. So, would make sense. I can't gain speed if I jump. Ridiculous. I think those are just for like, I assume I can't get to the top. Yeah, I don't think I could make it. It's just a straight line. That's it. It's just a straight line. Okay. Do I have to jump? I do. Okay. I gotta jump again. Okay, we're fine. We got this. We're good. Okay. Question 1. Who did Junko and Nishima want to lure? The Future Foundation? Because the whole game was... we were already here, so yeah. Only one that makes sense. Seems obvious. Yeah, my siblings and I were, my siblings and I rewatched, Cabin in the Woods. A, good movie. B, shit. B, God, I forgot. Oh. What was I gonna say? Oh, explanation-wise. I think it was, like a CinemaSins video that I just completely didn't the CinemaSins video that just completely, it's like, why did this happen? It never explains. So I understand why this game has to explain things so many times. I might just not have enough speed. Okay. There we go. Okay. Explaining something so many times is hard to not make it super repetitive. Anyways, what bait was used to lure the Future Foundation? The killings? Because the glitch was Junko. Anyway, so explaining something without it being tedious is hard. So I know joking that they say the same thing over and over again. But I understand it probably is really hard to do well with explaining it to, and I hate to put it like that, but like it really shouldn't move over so much. The lowest common denominator, where it's like explain it for just jumped. Explain it for anyone. Okay, I need to knock it over too much. Oh god, is there a way I can skip this? Like I can skip the final dead room. Just like after like 7 tries, they're like, dude, never mind, just stop. Anyways, we recently bought Cabin in the Woods on DVD, so we were watching behind the scenes. I need to remember how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know if I have to jump with the blues or not, but I did anyways. What did Junko use to force them to watch the killings? Surveillance cameras. Oh, it doesn't even say cameras. I thought that was a C, and I'm like, well, I guess multiple. Did they have like different options for that, but people like didn't understand it, so they just like, we're gonna make that one easy. Oh yeah.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together. Anyways, a huge the explanations in this in Danganronpa, but I understand it.
Surveillance cameras.
That doesn't answer the question, she said. Like, the conversation is like, so I have a question. How did I, or who did I lure? And how did I do? I guess it does. Because, like, hint, I get bored so easily of the same outcome as the killing school life would be a pain in the ass. Okay, let's think about it together. And it's like, I got it. Use the cameras. It's like, okay, but, like, I would have been like, oh, I got it. It was them.
You were trying to lure the Future Foundation by
Like
showing them the footage you were recording, weren't you?
I guess, yeah.
Surveillance cameras? That's what they were being used for?
But why did we need physical cameras? Also, I guess that was for Usami. Usami had it first.
In the previous killing school life, the surveillance camera footage was broadcast outside of the school.
Yeah, the whole world is traumatized.
You used the cameras that were placed throughout the entire island for the same purpose.
Ding ding ding! I was broadcasting the killing school trip live to every member of the Future Foundation.
The footage you recorded with the surveillance cameras was shown to the Future Foundation?
Not to be, like, cynical, I bet you they didn't care. I was gonna be like, you know, unlike the first one, where, yeah, maybe they knew they were slightly older, but with this, they look younger, and they, like, act younger, but they know them as slightly older, and they know that they themselves are evil people now. So it's like looking at this evil person, looking at this, I bet you they're just like, they're killing each other. Like, yeah, their experiments is ruined, but I don't know if they would care as, like, individuals, because, especially since it's kind of like a big company, especially if they're, like, government, you know?
What shall I do? I did a lot of disgraceful things in front of those cameras.
I don't think there's cameras in our room. Well, we never looked in the bathrooms, but what were you doing in the hallways?
You sure did.
I will never be queen now. Please forget what you saw.
Girl, you don't even know what your body looks like or what you did before this. It's chill. You're never gonna be queen in general. You don't even know if your country is still a thing.
So you guys were watching us? Then why didn't you come rescue us earlier?
We tried to hack in many times, but the virus within the program blocked us at every turn.
See, that still means the answer could have been the virus. Because the virus is Junko, and Junko did the killings. But I guess inherently it's still the killings.
The Neo-World program stopped accepting shutdown commands from the outside. As a last resort, we considered cutting power to the program, but
We didn't know what would happen to the subjects if we cut the power while the program was still running. There's no way we'd jeopardize your safety by taking such a gamble.
And there's someone up there, and the higher-ups were like, yeah, we should totally do that.
Even so, we kept trying over and over again, until it was finally possible for us to enter the program just a short time ago.
And you came all the way here when you knew it was a trap. I get it. You couldn't just leave them alone.
My question is, why does Junko want them? Does she want the shutdown to happen? Because she acted like we wanted the graduation. But the shutdown, I wonder.
If you saw people dying one by one with your own eyes by the same killing game you guys played, health dictates that you act all high and mighty and say, oh, I'm definitely gonna stop it this time, right?
Hey, don't tell me that's the reason you made us go through all this.
Of course we made you do it for that reason. We orchestrated this game instead of killing you outright, solely to show it off to the Future Foundation.
Okay, yeah.
We were forced to solve puzzles and riddles just so you could show it off to the Future Foundation?
That's why you guys are chumps. You're just the bait I used to catch a big fish called the Future Foundation.
I think that's interesting. Yeah, okay.
But it's not my fault, you know. This game is a fight between the Future Foundation and me. You guys were just instigators in the background. But you guys already knew that when you chose to play this game, right?
Just 1 second, please. That sounds as though we...
As though we wanted to come to this world of our own free will. But that's precisely the truth.
Huh? I guess I didn't think about that. I guess I thought they kind of just forced us. Like, I didn't think really of it. But if I guess the other option is what they forced us to give up our brain. But then it's weird, like, why? I guess they knew what better, I don't know. Would the ultimate despair be like, yes, let's test how much our despair would win? You know? I wonder.
You guys chose to be instigators, and you were willingly taken into the Neo World program. To provide the opportunity I needed to push this battle between hope and despair into overtime.
Oh, we did it for her? So we knew she was going to be here with us when we accepted it. Interesting. Okay.
That's right. The reason the ultimate despairs began killing each other was set up by the group itself.
That's just your imagination.
Interesting.
Naive Makoto totally fell for the trap. Oh, and now your face is filled with a lovely shade of despair.
Whoa, that despair is fucking obvious. You're here to rescue the assholes who set this up in the first place.
Don't go blaming us for this.
Thank you. It's all thanks to you guys. This time around, I might be able to fill these guys with despair.
We do not feel despair. Even if this was all a trap, we will never regret coming here.
And this is the only thing we could do to stop you. But nevertheless, it's all over. We will shut you down and end all of this.
You're pretty fucking desperate. Oh, that's pretty fucking obvious. If you don't initiate the shutdown, those future Foundation fuckwits are gonna be trapped here forever.
Trapped? Why would that happen?
Didn't I already explain it? You know, the graduation exam rules.
There are two options, graduate and repeat, right? I still don't know how Junko got all those skills. Maybe because she is an AI and people program those skills into her. Like, Ultra Ego wanted to learn from Hifumi. Oh, I got it. You just have to choose one of them and press it. All of you will cast your vote, and whichever one has the majority will be considered your final decision.
But that's not all, right? In order to pass the graduation exam, there was one more requirement.
You accepting it? The other requirement to pass the graduation exam is the teacher's final decision.
I see. As I recall, we also need the teacher's final decision.
Oh, I wonder if that's why the spiral, like I mentioned, a lot of them had the spiraling, like the spiraling on Fuyuhiko's eye patch, and some other one too. So a bunch of them had like spirals not a bunch of them, like two. And then of course when Mikon, the execution happened because she felt despair. But also a little bit when that was for hope, I guess. But the battle between hope and despair in Nagito's eyes, where spirals, like that's usually a despair. I think that's what happened with the despair in the first game, and then this time it was hope. Then his eye was, I wonder. But also, I mean, give it. Hina had the Monokuma's eye on her shorts, and that meant nothing. To participate in the graduation program, you need my permission as your acting teacher, you know? What? Does that mean does that mean it won't end with just a majority vote? After the vote, I'm going to judge every single one of you to see if it's okay for you to graduate or not. So, even if we vote, you're saying we won't graduate unless you acknowledge it?
Obviously, Naturally, there's no way I'd let the members of the Future Foundation graduate.
Ah, but we're doing the force shutdown.
So if you can't activate the shutdown, the Foundation will enter the endless life of repeating the grade.
So wait, why can't we do the shutdown?
That's
Don't
only
remember.
if the shutdown sequence doesn't activate, right?
Yeah, okay, I'm agreeing with Braca, so we're both idiots.
But that's impossible.
Okay, never mind, we're good because she said it.
Everyone here understands how dangerous it is to release you into the real world.
We know that all too well. I mean, she's been bad-mouthing us this whole time.
Oh. Looks like you shouldn't have talked so much. Out of the mouth comes evil, so they say.
I don't know that saying.
It's true that we fell for this trap, and that we run the risk of not being able to go back. But what's wrong with that? Thinking we'd back down because of something like that is a huge mistake.
That's my line. Thinking your little shutdown plan will succeed is a huge mistake.
Huh?
You're totally overestimating those chumps over there. There's no way they'll start the shutdown sequence.
Do you think, I know she's an AI, but do you think she was looking out of the giant Junko head, or like the camera Junko head? Where's her, I'm assuming the voice is coming from the phone. Where are her eyes?
Why not?
Look upon their faces. They look like piglets who were forced to watch their mom roasting on a spit. There's no fucking way they'll initiate the shutdown just to go back to being ultimate despair.
That is... well...
Okay, so yeah, the option is repeat this forever with fewer and fewer people, and if we repeat it even just once, and one person dies, then we'll never be able to actually graduate. But then even if we do graduate, she's just gonna... right? She will say yes, I guess, but not to everyone. But just so she can get out. But I meant the shutdown. I misspoke. Unless we die and get replaced with a bunch of other people, and we do the shutdown, and we become ultimate despairs, or we're dead, and everyone else gets out, and she gets deleted, or we repeat and die, or I guess we graduate. Okay, so graduate, we would keep our memories. Repeat, we would keep these memories as well. But escape, we become ultimate despairs. Did she say that we gotta keep it? Yeah, I'm assuming she wants us, or she would say that we would keep our memories. Or keep these memories if we graduate.
Junko, I don't care what you say. I've decided to believe in everyone.
I don't think she was really... I mean, I guess she was talking to you. But she was talking about us. You kind of thought we would be... I don't know.
It's true that they walked the wrong path before. But that's all in the past now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how many people they probably killed.
What I believe in is not their past, but their futures.
Yeah, that's great. We won't remember any of this. Like a hamster.
I was totally waiting for a protagonist to climb like that when I crushed you with despair. Such ecstasy.
No matter what you do to me, I will never fall into despair.
Ah, wrong. I'm not the one who's gonna make you fall into despair. That's the mastermind's job, and they'll be appearing very soon.
Or are you not the mastermind?
Mastermind?
Mastermind? Someone else is coming?
That can't be. It's just a bluff.
You should never make the last character who appears in a detective story turn out to be the mastermind.
But you're not the last person to appear. We know you from a previous game. So... you're not the last character. But I know what you mean.
Fell into that pattern, so I was kind of worried about that.
You don't follow. Well, you do. In a way, you were the last person, but because Junko was pre-established, it was really well done. I really liked it.
Enough already. What are you talking about?
Oh well, let's bring him out with lots of energy. It's Mr. Izuru Kamakura!
Was that the founder? What was the founder's name? Was that the founder? I don't remember.
Izuru Kamakura?
The name, I heard it before. Yeah, okay, it was okay. The name, I heard it before. That person was called the Ultimate Hope. But that shouldn't be all he was. So we had a pre-established Ultimate Hope in the universe. We did the killing game, the first one. And then we're like, because clearly Kyoko would have done her research, knew there was an Ultimate Hope. And then went, no, Makoto, you're the Ultimate Hope. And then right now we're like, oh yeah, Izuru, the Ultimate Hope. And Makoto's just gonna be like, what? I thought that was me. We just throwing in Ultimate Hopes left and right. But that shouldn't be all he was. That's right. I've seen a person called Izuru Kamakura somewhere else. As I recall, that person was the founder.
I see.
I see.
Izuru Kamakura. Isn't that the name of the founder of Hope's Peak Academy?
When was Hope's Peak Academy built? Does it say? It said for decades, right? So I guess if he's an older man, he made the academy a couple decades ago.
It was written on the placard beneath the portrait of the academy's founder.
He got a sick bob.
That name. It was definitely Izuru Kamakura, right?
Yeah, I remembered it too.
However, based on the information I know, the man known as Izuru Kamakura...
Okay, so that's why they had the weird portraits at... What's it called? The Funhouse. Here's my hot take, though. They should have had the secret door behind the portrait, not just through the ceiling.
If I recall, he's a super genius who acquired many talents. He was even called the Ultimate Hope, right?
Does the founder have the same name as that Ultimate Hope guy?
I assume they were the same person.
Is that kind of coincidence even possible?
I don't know, might be a common name.
The Future Foundation might know something, right?
They would say something besides me having to point that out, right?
How about it, Kyoko?
Even within Hope's Peak Academy, there's
Okay.
very little information about a person called Izuru Kamakura.
But his photos were in the program. He programmed it in to this. Well, now they redecorated. So maybe only Junko knows.
It's a mystery if such a person ever really existed.
You don't know who founded your school?
And not just that, the matter was closed without ever being settled because of that incident.
You don't know who founded your school?
If you do not know, then please allow me. Providing hopelessly skilled explanations is a quirk of mine. The reason Izuru's existence continues to be such a mystery is because the Academy
Good morning.
hid it.
Why did the Academy hide his existence?
If I recall, they were trying to protect their superior talent. They even called it mankind's hope, correct?
Their superior talent? Izuru goes by they, them?
However, that prodigious student ended up killing 13 student council members at Hope's Peak Academy.
Was that the bloody classroom? Or is that also unrelated?
Izuru is the killer responsible for Hope's Peak Academy's biggest, most awful event.
Okay, 13 people. 2,300 or something people. No offense. One of them, I would deem, is more tragic. 2,000, that's a lot.
Set it up, right?
Okay, but the 13 people happened at the end of the run of the original Hopespeak. Not the founding. Was he like an old, I guess, an old person?
Information about Izuru completely vanished after that incident.
We thought Junko and Ashima killed them? Oh, don't say such cruel things.
Aw, no Junko, honey. I thought it was your sister, the cooler one.
Izuru Kamakura is very much alive.
I don't know why I'm addicted. I'm addicted to Junko. I think I just like her sister better, even so I'd never talk to her. Maybe I just like her idea better. Like her story. Anyways.
Isn't that right, Hajime?
Oh, girl, don't ask me things I don't know. Huh?
What? What?
What?
Like I said, you're Izuru Kamakura.
Oh, that was what you were hinting at? Oh, never mind. I thought you were asking me to explain. I'm the dick on the boat. Yeah. Yeah, with the memory. Am I old? Like, is that what's getting at? Am I, like, older than everyone else? But then I was an honor student at Hopespeak. What? I'm going to let it explain. You know what? I'm going to let it explain first.
Alrighty. If you don't understand, I'll explain it to you till you do understand.
I would love that. Thank you.
You're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're...
That's not an explanation.
Hold on! Seriously, what are you talking about?
Liar! There's no way. There's no way Hajime is Izuru Kamakura.
I like the idea that the main character isn't what you expect. However, I would really want a good explanation. I'm gonna hold off. I want an explanation first.
Izuru is that ultimate hope, right? But Hajime is...
Choose your words carefully, Fukiko.
That's right. Hajime is one of those reserve course dropouts and has no talent whatsoever. But the fact that he's really Izuru Kamakura makes all this much more hopeless.
I'm Izuru Kamakura. Make your argument. Oh boy, I haven't really... vision. For sure.
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked for being a reserve course student, he had a talent all along. Ultimate hope.
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
In order to hide Izuru's identity.
Amazing?
Was he hidden in the reserve course?
You didn't like it
Hajime's
when
name was fake?
Makoto had the same
There's no
thing.
doubt I'm
I guess
Hajime
it wasn't
Hinata.
the actual one.
I've always had that name ever since I was born.
Then Izuru is your fake name?
Hey, you weren't lying to us, right?
I do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
It's too late.
If he created hope, that might be Izuru.
Okay, I don't know what to shoot then. I'm the ultimate hope. If it doesn't, okay. I thought I read it as it doesn't, and I was like, oh. Well, that's disappointing. Okay. Well, I'll see if I get confused. Right now, I just want an explanation. Then, the current me and Izuru Kamakura are. What did Hopespeak Academy do to me? Oh god.
Good news, Hajime!
I need to look
Even
at
though
my
you were
hints.
mocked for being a reserve course student,
Okay.
he had a talent all along.
How can someone from the have such an amazing talent?
In order to hide Izuru's identity.
Okay, hide his
Was he
identity.
hidden in the reserve course?
Then Hajime's.
There's no doubt I've always had that name ever since.
Then Izuru is your.
Hey, you weren't. I did not want any.
Could it be created?
Created hope.
That might be Izuru.
Okay. We got... Can I please just see my bullets? Nope. Okay. We're gonna just do it this way, I guess. Are these the ones that I have bullets for? I don't know. The department popularized by the... took the entry exams, funds, despair, one survivor. Resources to... oh, okay. Oh! Okay, so he wasn't the founding of. He was a student. Hopeseek Academy invested all of the resources to create Izuru, the ultimate hope. Izuru was later involved in an incident in which he brutally murdered 13 members. Okay, so they then did not. It was just, I guess, I don't know. We already had that he was a guy. Anyways. Brutally murdered 13 members of the student council. Despite the academy's efforts to conceal the incident, a certain someone took advantage of this incident to revoke the dissatisfied reserve department students and to rise against the academy. Okay. What was it? Hide his identity. And create hope. So I'm assuming this one to hide identity. Wait. No, not map. Tragedy. Oops, not that. Yeah, we are. I don't know what the academy
Good
would
news,
do.
Tragedy.
Tragedy.
Even though you were mocked for being a reserve corps student, he had a talent all along.
How can someone from the have such an amazing talent?
In order to hide Izuru's identity.
Oh, go away, go away. Shit.
Was he hidden in the reserve course?
Okay, yeah.
There's no doubt I've always had that name.
Then Izuru is your.
Hey, you
I'm
weren't.
glad I
lucky
get
enough. Any
my,
more last minute?
Could it be created? That might be Izuru.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had to hit away both of them.
Good news. Even though you were mocked, he had a talent all.
How can someone have such an amazing talent?
In order to hide Izuru's identity.
No? Okay. So it wasn't hiding his identity. Okay. Because it's like, they created him. They hid him. It made sense. I guess it's not no, that's a contradiction. It was a contradiction. I forgot how to play this game. It's been so long since I actually had to do one of these. Okay. By so long, I mean like a week. Since I had to actually make an argument. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. The academy was hiding Izuru, right? Then obviously it was something to do with that. I won't be able to break through the contradiction with this. Okay, so then created hope.
Even though you were mocked, he had a talent all.
How can someone have such an amazing?
I have no idea if I'm right,
Was he hidden in
but I'm gonna go with it.
There's no doubt I've always had that name.
Then Izuru is your.
Hey.
Anyways, I'm glad I got my
Last minute plot twist.
health back.
Created hope.
Yeah. Go away. No, okay. Well, listen, I agree. I was made to create hope. I don't know what I'm arguing here. Hajime, you have something on your mind, right?
Damn it!
Do I? Do I?
Good news, Hajime.
Okay, then let's see what my bullets are. This hopeless event was caused by a group of I don't take one of them and shoot it at the other. It's weird that there's only 2 spots to shoot. I don't think this I do. I don't think I do that. Anyways, this hopeless event was caused by a group of the group known as Ultimate Despair. Okay. Brainwashed. Doesn't respond to us in any way. This term was adopted by the group responsible causing the tragedy. But in actuality, it's Junko, Junko died at the climax of the killing school life and she lost. Okay. And also doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. According to the report of the Future Foundation, there is approximately 15 people who are in Yeah. That doesn't matter. Even after Junko and Nishima's death, an influential group known as the Remnants of Despair still exists. Unless they are stopped. Okay, so we're like the top dogs of the tragedy. Not the tragedy. Of the despair movement. Okay, so we're special. We're not just there. Unless they stop, the tragedy will never end. I mean, you kind of got them off the streets, so that's a good start. Everyone's names are written under the list of subjects. The list was written like okay. Newspaper, it's about a woman who looks like an adult version of Hiyako. This placard of the portrait. Founder. It doesn't add up, but okay. Okay. For many years, Hosuki Academy attempted to create true hope by the results. Okay. So Hope's Peaks. Yeah, sorry. The plan. Email. I don't know what. Oops, sorry.
Even though you were mocked for being a reserve course
okay,
student.
that's not even one of them.
You had a talent all along. Ultimate hope.
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
In order to hide Izuru's identity.
I'm so
Was he hidden in
confused.
the reserve course?
The founder? Time's up. Oh shoot. I died. I didn't realize there was a time. It never was a problem before. Phew. Time's up. As long as this is a game world, you gotta follow the rules. Rules? Your current selves will disappear, and all your efforts and suffering will be reduced to foam.
Is it going to end here? Without seeing the truth or the future?
I guess we all die. Would you like to retry? Nah, yes.
No matter what happens, we will keep moving
Yeah.
forward until the very end.
I really don't know what to shoot then. Am I an idiot? Am I missing something just obvious? Vision? We didn't read the vision.
Good news?
Okay, so it's not the order. Shit, what am I doing? The memory of the past. I'm not. What was this one? Reserve Department tragedy,
Even
the tragedy.
though you were mocked for being a reserve course student.
Killing school.
You had a talent all along.
Can you please let me?
Ultimate hope.
Remnants of
How can
Despair.
someone
This is
from the reserve
subjects.
course
I don't
have such an amazing
understand.
talent like that?
In order to hide Izuru's identity. Was he hidden in the reserve course?
I don't
And
understand.
Hajime's name is fake?
There's no doubt I'm Hajime Hinata. I've
So-
always had that name ever since I was born.
Yeah, none of that matters.
Then Izuru is your fake name?
See, none of this argument matters.
Hey, you weren't lying to us, right?
None of it. It's only
I do
2
not
hits.
want any more last-minute plot twists.
Could it be created hope? That might be Izuru.
Yeah, created hope. Yes. And the bullet I already shot said I was created hope. I was agreeing. I shot. Yes. Then the current me and Izuru are. What did Hope's Academy do? Yeah, but
Good news, Hajime. Even though you were mocked for being a reserve course student.
I don't understand. Am I?
You had a talent
Okay.
all along. Ultimate hope.
How can someone from the reserve course
It's a 50-50 on
have
which
such
one
an
to
amazing
shoot.
talent like that?
Unless I'm supposed to
In order to hide Izuru's identity.
Should I?
Was he hidden in the reserve course?
Then
Should I
Hajime's name is
absorb
fake?
the
There's no
created
doubt I'm
hope?
Hajime Hinata.
No, can I?
I've always had that name ever since I was born.
Can you absorb courage?
Then Izuru is your fake name?
That would be
Hey,
weird.
you weren't lying to us,
Can you
right?
absorb agreements or only arguments?
Could it be created hope?
Let's see. No. That's wrong? Yeah, that's wrong, yeah.
Damn it! Good news, Hajime! Even though you were
I
mocked for
hate
being a
this.
reserve
I
corps
hate
student,
this so much.
he had a talent all along. Ultimate hope.
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
In order to hide Izuru's identity. Was he hidden in
I
the
don't
reserve course?
Then Hajime's name is fake?
Hiding.
There's no doubt I'm Hajime.
There's no, but first of all, why doesn't tell me what bullets I have? B, I don't understand. So I can
I've
argue
always had that name
with.
ever since I was born.
Okay, maybe I'm supposed to
Then
argue with the
Izuru is your
list.
fake name?
I'm gonna go with
You
that.
weren't- I do not want any.
Could it be created? It might be Izuru.
I feel like that one is the obvious thing. Like, yes. But we're talking about me and you.
Good
So.
news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked, he had a talent all
How can someone have such an
Yeah,
amazing
yeah.
In order to hide Izuru's identity.
Son of a gun.
Was he hidden in the. Then Hajime's.
There's no doubt I've always had that name.
Then Izuru is your.
Hey,
You weren't. I do not want any.
Yeah.
it might be Izuru.
Oh shoot, I'm gonna run out of time again.
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked, he had a talent all.
How can someone have such an amazing
In order to hide
Okay,
Izuru's
go away.
identity.
And then you go away. And then,
Was he hidden in the reserve course?
yeah, okay.
Hajime's.
I'm
There's
gonna
no
lose
doubt
again.
I've always had that name.
Then Izuru is your.
Hey,
Yeah, my time's up. Am I right? Yes.
No matter what happens, we will.
Oh, yeah. I just don't even know if I'm right is the problem. I think...
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked, he had a talent all.
How can someone have such an amazing
in order to hide Izuru's identity.
Okay, go away. Okay, so that's wrong. Okay. Hide his identity. Created hope. The only reason why we would shoot Izuru's name at Created Hope is that he was the thing that I shot. So I would have hide my identity in the reserve department. But I don't have anything to argue that. That's not an argument. Created Hope is an agreement. And the thing I shot was agreeing with it. That it was made...
Damn it!
Yeah. I was made...
Good news, Hajime! Even though you
Oh.
were mocked for
Did
being
I
a
try
reserve
this?
corps student, he had a talent all.
How can someone have such an
I
amazing
think I already did
In
it.
order
God,
to
I don't
hide-
even...
Was he hidden
Nope,
in the
sorry.
reserve?
I'm
Then
wrong.
Hajime's.
There's no doubt I've always had that name.
Then Izuru is your.
Hey,
You weren't. I do not want any.
could it be created hope?
Okay, I didn't do it. Thought I did. But no.
Created hope. Are you talking about the hope cultivation plan?
I thought this was the Hope Cultivation Plan. Am I wrong? I thought this was the Hope Cultivation Plan. No. No. No, that's right.
hope cultivation plan? What is that?
Okay, but the one where it says that I was made for... Where is it? Where is it? No, not the placard. Where's the book with my face? It's not my face. Yeah. To create the ultimate... It should... No, because this is a restoration plan. Got it. But here, in this thing, I'm saying that this... So yes, I got those missteps. That's on me. Now this should have counted. That's my hot take. It should have counted. It should have.
A while back, I saw a file kept by the Future Foundation. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy was researching a breakthrough plan to cultivate personal talent.
It's true, it was a breakthrough plan. After all, it was a plan to create the perfect genius.
Create?
Like the bullet I was using.
For the longest time,
It's not that
the
big of a
Hope
deal,
cultivation
but...
plan was the earnest wish of Hope's Peak Academy.
Also, they should have named it two different things. You can't just call it Hope Word. And it's an Asian. They're too close. And then Plan. They're too close. My brain formed them into one thing.
In fact, that's why the Academy was established.
I know that's on
Part
me,
of that
but
plan was researching the talents of Ultimates.
I'm going to blame the game.
Because the plan was so important, they adopted the name of the Academy's founder. And called it the Izuru Kamakura Project.
Then why wasn't that on the folder he read?
Zero Kamakura Project?
Just a little while ago, they were finally able to reach the experimental stage of that plan.
Okay. So, like, are we just... What's the plan?
From there, they set their sights on the reserve course dropouts to use them as
Ah.
lab rats.
Dropouts? Like we ditched?
Why did they use the reserve course as lab rats?
Because if we're going to school, we weren't dropouts. We were doing it.
A plan to create talent artificially requires test subjects that are wholly lacking in talent.
Ah. Okay. So I'm not... Actually... So my name has always been... I forgot, wait, what's his name? Hajime. He goes to Hope's Peak. They're like, hey, we're artificially... Not like, I don't know, classes. But artificially going to try to make you experts. Or ultimates. By artificially, I guess, somehow giving you these talents. And then once he got experimented on, they started calling him Izuru after the founder. Oh, okay, so these are different people. Okay, so the original guy was not a really skilled guy. He was just the founder. He was the ultimate hope. The founder was the ultimate hope. Test subject Hajime was evil and killed 13 people. Okay.
From that group of reserve course students, the one who was finally chosen was...
I'm so good.
Hajime, who stands before you now.
Why me?
And that's why we forgot it. And we are not an old man, which could have been interesting. Different walks of life, but we all got resorted back to Hope's Peak, despite being different ages. But obviously the founder couldn't have done that, because there would not have been a class, a school.
Because you
Yeah, I got
admired
it.
Hope's Peak Academy more than anybody else.
Got the big brain. Huh?
You still don't get it. You were used by the Academy.
No, I figured this out. I'm so smart. I got this.
They exploited your feelings of admiration toward hope and talent just to use you as a lab rat.
Yeah. So Hope's Peak Academy is canonly like the bad guy. So we're fully accepting that. Or I guess writing that now. I don't think they were the bad guy in the first one. I mean, give it. I thought the headmaster was the bad guy. How do you let in two people called the Ultimate Despair? This is like there's two of them. And we're like, oh yeah. That's it. I'm still confused by the timeline. Were we in school at the same time as the other guys, or did we go to Hope's Peak after they rebuilt? Like after the killing school life somehow? Because there was something indicating, oh, the fact that there wasn't a reserve department, that it was, the funding was going down.
What?
Anyways, I don't know. That's unrelated.
See? Didn't I tell you? The moment you cling to talent and hope, despair has already set in.
Lies. That's definitely a lie.
After many surprises, Hajime Hinata was transformed into Izuru 1.0!
Did you say transformed?
What did they do to him?
Okay. Prior to Danganronpa 1. Prior. So, okay, so that means in the first one, the students, even with their memory wiped, they knew that there was a reserved course, and openly said, no, of course they don't have entry exams. We wouldn't do that, despite them having a reserved department who does have entry exams. It's just it's a problem with like late minute additions. But okay, but the priors, they're older. They lost more memories. But okay, so they're the prior ones. I guess it depends on how old Hiyoko is supposed to be in that photo. But then also, so that means... Okay. That means... What does that mean? I lost it. My brain. So that means that... Does that mean they graduated? Because if there's only... How many years in high school is there? Is there 4? Because if they're 2 years already into high school, that means there's only 2 years left. If there's only 4 years in high school, which I think there is. That we were in there for 2 years. We, as in me and Kyoko, we were in there for 2 years because our books were on the 2nd floor. That means that class would have graduated. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Anyways, point was, so there was a reserve department. He got tested on. They changed his name. He got sent out to the world. They had no information that they did tests on him. Also, so that neither graduated. Okay. Okay.
Unless you're willing to go to extremes, it's impossible to change a normal person into a perfect
Oh,
genius.
wait. Sorry. He got tested on. His body is physically there. In front of Kyoko. In front of the others. I forgot. She's the only one that's there in my mind right now. In front of the others. She's physically standing over my unconscious body. Hajime. Izuru. And she's not like... Yeah. Because they're like, what did you do to him? It's like... You talked to me because we willingly got in here. You didn't... None of this showed up in the real world. In the modern day universe. You didn't realize any of it.
So naturally, they went to extremes.
Okay. Better not be physical, because again, you could see me. And we went physical.
By directly interfering with his brain, Hope's Peak Academy transformed Hajime Hinata into a completely different person whose specialty is talent itself, known as Izuru Kamakura.
How would poking things into your brain and wiggling it around. That's what it looks like. Help you learn. I thought they said in the second one, or sorry, in the first one, the lockers on the second floor, they're like, oh, that's impossible. No, that could have been, I guess, first year. I don't know why. I thought that was the second year stuff, they said. Maybe I'm wrong. When they were, like, the placard on the wall, like, up these stairs is something about the second year. Definitely could be misremembering. That was years ago. Anyways.
Eventually, Izuru became an ultimate despair, thanks to me.
Again, it's sci-fi. It's with this. Not the timeline. With this, it's a sci-fi. It doesn't matter.
But all I did to Izuru was simply break his spirit.
Oh, sorry. What did you say? Eventually, he became the ultimate despair. Yeah, okay.
That's nothing compared to what Hope's Peak Academy did to him.
So somehow,
Close.
somehow he's really good at stuff.
Seriously, it's scary how determined the researchers were to mess with the human brain that much. Doing such inhumane acts that nobody else is capable of with such a calm mind and a steady hand. I admire it so much, it makes my mind numb. By the way, you're just a simple avatar right now, so even if you touch your head, you won't feel the scar.
The one scar messed with me a lot, and there's only one scar. But no, sorry, I mean, Hajime, that sucks.
Did they really do something like that?
Yeah, brains are wacky.
But if you think about it, if Hajime gets out of here, he's gonna be a super genius, right?
Full of despair. Super genius full of despair.
Like I said, he's not Hajime. He's a completely different person whose specialty is talent itself.
Different person? How is he different?
For one, I'm a jerk.
All of his senses, emotions, thoughts, and hobbies that interfere with acquiring talent have been excised.
Hobbies?
All of his memories of the past have been forcefully suppressed into the darkest recesses of his mind.
Oh. Fun? That's not fun.
Emotions, thoughts, hobbies? He doesn't even have a memory?
I mean, is hobbies not talent? Like, isn't... Like, hobbies are just talents at various stages. You're just not... not like making a difference, like... The difference between a hobby and like a profession is making money. Hobby and research is, I guess, what, writing it down?
It sounds like he is a completely different person.
But you need skills for hobbies. You do.
So that's why it's so surprising that Hajime even exists here at all, even if he's just an avatar. The Neo World program
Anyways.
must have dug up those memories and rebuilt his old personality from data from the past.
I cannot help but feel impressed that the Neo World program was able to accomplish such a feat.
But as for Hajime, he probably would have been better off if he stayed erased.
Then, when Hajime returns to his original state after the shutdown...
He'll disappear.
Yeah. I don't know how to voice him. He has a voice actor.
All that will remain is Izuru Kamakura, an entirely different personality created by Hope's Peak Academy.
That's fun. It's like Get Out, but with yourself.
He will no longer be Hajime Hinata.
Disappear? I'm going to disappear. 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 Just repetitiveness of disappear. We're fading to black. Oh, that's a look. Realize you didn't, want to cut your hair? But no matter what happens, it's no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Huh? Really? I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. It seems to, or we seem to get along pretty well. Nagito, he hates you. I don't know how to put this. He does not like you at all. Hey, can I see you again? There's no reason to meet again. After all, you were boring. Your talents, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. You really don't play along, do you? They gave me eye implants.
Hajime?
Was that me? No, that's not me.
That's what you are. That's who Izuru Kamakura is.
Oh, I didn't like him.
You're the one who brought me into this world. You're Izuru Kamakura, the mastermind behind all of this.
Oh, I brought you into this world.
Huh?
Could it be?
I got it.
The one who uploaded you into the Neo World program was...
Oh, that would make sense, because I'm really wicked smart.
It's not me!
Just so you know, as long as your brain has been messed with, you can't undo it no matter how hard you try.
No matter how hard you try, why don't we just make another program? Make sure Izuru doesn't upload my content, like, upload Junko. And then just factory set him to here. Because am I not in my brain at this very moment? Am I not in my messed with brain? Like, in theory, all of the function is still in my brain, even if they messed with it. Everything's still going on in there, even if we're in here. The digital world. So, like, couldn't you just factory reset me to before Hope's Peak Academy? Give me a little haircut and tell me the eyes thing is normal. It happens. Happens with every high school student, trust me. They all go red.
Have no way to be saved, you say? But you already know what you must do.
I mean, again, it would take a while, and Izuru would definitely not consent to it. But, like, if Hajime does, even knowing who he is, the only issue is I do get memory flashbacks every once in a while, so I do. I already know how I can be saved. To choose. Graduate. Nope. Oh. Okay, well, I wasn't actually choosing it. I was saying the answer to the question. I wasn't choosing graduate. I was answering the question.
Huh?
No, I was answering the question. Yeah,
In that
okay.
case, the Hajime avatar will be uploaded into his real body. So, Hajime will be safely reborn. Truly a royal road to a hopeless happy ending.
Hold on. You can't do that.
But I didn't get the little, like, ta-da. I'm right. I really like that. My brain goes, yay, I did it right. See, with this one, there wasn't the, I did it right. I want that. I want the, yay. You know, like in Duolingo, and they're like, you got the answer right. Can I, ding.
If you do that, everyone who died will be taken over by Junko's alter ego.
Yeah, I wasn't choosing it.
Like, if you guys don't start the shutdown, the Future Foundation will be trapped here. I can't allow the Future Foundation to sacrifice themselves for the ultimate despairs.
Jeez, You should have said so before. You guys aren't honest at all.
If we did click repeat, would Junko just walk around in the giant Junko body? Or do you think she would like reprogram herself to be like smaller?
That's not it. What we're saying is...
We have to protect the world from despair, you say? Okay, that's getting so old.
Listen, if in theory if we were, I know. They wanted to save us. The 3 that came here. The Future Foundation. Even if we did get replaced with Junko, even if we didn't and we get resorted back, they could just imprison us or kill us. And then the world will never know. Because if we're the final people that are, or the leading people with despair, and despair would only disappear if we disappear. There's ways of doing that. Am I saying ethically, is that correct? No. But I know governments enough to know that they, it's not above them.
Do you really have to sacrifice yourselves just to protect the world in the first place?
I mean, also ethically, that would be probably the most ethical, for the world. But morally, to your soul, how would you feel? I don't know.
What if the world's hope is different from your hope? Even if the world is happy, it's meaningless if you aren't happy.
That's...
Plus, the Future Foundation wants to kill all the ultimate despairs, right?
See, if they were gonna kill us, they probably have guns.
Once you go back to being ultimate despair, the Future Foundation's punishment time will activate.
Punishment time? You mean execution?
It would be absolutely dreadful if that were to happen.
I still don't quite understand Junko's love of despair for herself. Because if you love despair and seeing the world in despair makes you happy, you're not really in despair, are you?
Not just dreadful.
Anyways, not the point.
It's rather fucking hopeless, don't you think?
And can you guys even endure that? Everything that happened here will just end up being a meaningless game. Everything you felt, awe, friendship, love, there won't even be save data left of it.
Yeah, the only thing... So, okay. I guess there's more layers to Hajime. But... you either become somebody from before this whole thing. Like, you are the clone. Or you're stuck here. Because graduating isn't an option. But also, it kind of is. I say, we graduate. But the problem is Junko would never allow that. Junko AI. For the other people, but, that's the point, that's the problem, I guess. But we graduate, we're all fine, we're all update, our brain's good, we shoot the people that already are dead, that are Junko. I mean, she's an AI that runs a human body. They're dead. The only issue is that they're stuck in here, so it's like, it sucks to be you, but you shouldn't have done that. If they just stayed out of it, would have been all fine.
The girl you love and the guy you hate grow weaker and skinnier each day they lay immobilized.
The guy you hate? What? Did I miss something? Everything that happened here is, yeah.
And in Hajime's case, his very existence is going to disappear. All because of the academy he loves so much.
Who's the guy we hate and the girl we love? I missed that, don't know. I don't know.
Will you be able to endure such despair? Who are you going to endure it for? For people you've never met before? For people who don't even appreciate you?
I'm confused. Is she talking us out of doing the shutdown? Because Pecco's gone. The man you hate? No, wait, the girl. I don't remember the words. Anyways. Oh, okay. The point was, is she talking out as of doing the shutdown? Because the only one that's affected here, everyone else is a copy. And maybe that's just me. If I was like, actually you're a copy and there's a real you that has different memories. And I'm like, oh, well then I'm the problem. I would, if I was in this case, I'd be like, okay, end. Like, it just, okay, end, who cares? The only issue is for Hajime. We lose one memory of one person, but then at the same time, you lose memories of everything. The only person here that's affected is Hajime. That's it. If I was Soda or Sonia or Kane, I'd be like, yeah, okay. Shutdown, let's do it. I'm the abomination here. And yeah, sure, I become ultimate despair, but like, I bet you that me would have had their reasons. Like, okay. Fix me some other way. You have the ultimate therapist.
Does that sound like hope to
You can redo the program. Apparently I consented the first time because I knew that I would be part of this trap. But like, okay. The only one here that has a problem is Hajime. If I was Hajime, I guess it would be harder. You give up your complete existence, not becoming a slightly different person. I guess not slightly, but
That's how she works.
I'm kind of unbothered here.
That's what she does, so she can lure you all toward despair.
Yeah, if you graduate, but then she does too. And then Kyoko and stuff wouldn't. So we're not doing graduate because that wouldn't work, because they couldn't get out. So she wants you to, she's arguing us for graduate. Re-loop is not an option. And then the other is shutdown. For me, if I was one of them, just shutdown's the obvious choice. Yeah, exactly. They come back and Kyoko and Braca, they don't leave. She said they won't graduate. So I just,
there is no reason to listen to her.
Yeah.
Hurry up and start the shutdown.
Not to agree with Braca, but I would just be like, cool, shutdown time. We're good.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What is it? Why are we still waiting?
Braca, shut up.
Do you still not understand what's going to happen to the real world if Junko escapes?
Yeah, well, I guess the Future Foundation... See, the Future Foundation, if they're ready so trigger happy, they kill all of Junko's counterparts. Problem is, in the graduation problem, is Braca and them are stuck inside of this game. But the point is that I don't care.
No, I was just...
I meant like care about the rest of the decisions. If I was them, I would just be like, okay, yeah, let's graduate. I'm not really compelled.
How many victims do you think the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history has claimed?
Oh, shut up. I don't care about that either.
Right now, it's finally started to calm down.
Oh, okay.
If Junko Enoshima makes it to the real world, countless victims will fill the streets.
But she wouldn't make it out of the building. You guys would just shoot her.
The world will regress to an era of bloodshed, chaos, and worldwide rioting.
See, none of that matters.
So that's why you're telling them to start the shutdown sequence? To prevent that?
Because again, if they're so trigger happy, if we graduate, they would just shoot all the people that are like, oh, I'm sorry, aren't you guys dead? And Tara would be like, no, it's me. And then they're like, no, kill him. It's Junko. And then they would. And we can leave the ones that and we're like, oh my god, we're actually good people. And then we would be good people. She would be dead. But the problem is that the people that blah blah, it doesn't matter.
You're telling them to turn back into ultimate despair
What to come? Okay.
and lose all the memories they made in this world.
At least I want something else to happen, because right now I'm not compelled.
Even among them, there are those who will simply cease to exist. And you're telling them to just deal with it?
Yeah.
At this point, this is the only way.
I think this is for someone who isn't as the clone problem. This particular section.
No. There is another way.
Oh, is this what you're talking about?
As long as they choose to graduate,
no,
they
we're
can pass
skipping that.
along their avatar's memories. And everyone here will be able to hold hands and keep on living. Well, everyone who died will be taken over by me, but don't you think that's a better fate than being a vegetable for the rest of their life?
Oh man, there was an interview on a radio station. Sorry, I'm assuming something's going to go down if I'm not ready for it. But anyways, what happened is there's this radio station that was playing, and this guy, I can't remember what the apparently it was a really good show, and apparently it's a very inclusive show with different disabilities. But the problem is that the main character is a man in a wheelchair. And, well, that's not a problem. The problem is the interviewer was one of the actors in the show. And apparently this man in the show was paralyzed most of his limbs or whatever. I never watched the show. And I was going to change the channel on the radio, but what happened was the person getting interviewed did not play that character, but a side character. And he's like, I think a lot of people think it's going to be too deep and they don't want to watch it. But, it's kind of like, talking about this person who was paralyzed. The way he said it was awful wording. He said, like a vegetable, and I was like, I'm sorry, you can't be in an inclusive show and say that. No. What happened was he was saying the show was like a vegetable. It is very good for you to take in because vegetables are healthy for you, and the show is, even though it's not the best show, it's not the funnest show, it's good to take in. And I was like, girl, you needed to change your way of saying that. I was driving and I'm like, what did you just say? And my siblings like, and then it continued and we're like, oh yeah, you should have said that better. Anyways, not the best way of saying that, like answering that question. Like, needed to change his wording there. But anyways, point was, I don't think that's a great way of putting it, but anyways. I don't know, I have to guess technically, but...
You can't buy into this. Think carefully about which is true hope.
But yeah, the way, because the guy said it with like, kind of, I don't know, the way he said it was not a good way of saying it. It was, like, tone-wise. But anyways.
And which is true despair?
This is going on forever.
What shall we do?
Okay.
You're asking us? You're telling us to decide?
And I already clicked graduate. Not graduate, dear God, no, shut down. I already clicked shut
Damn
down.
it. Why'd it turn out like this?
Oh, I have to do something.
Everyone can overcome despair. You guys should be able to grasp true hope.
Okay.
If our memories up until now disappear,
Oh, I have no health.
I will not even remember
I gotta go womp 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 womp.
the reason everybody died.
True.
Are you really going to let her take over your friends' bodies?
You might think I'm a fool, but I want to see Peko one more time.
If we
Yeah,
turn back into
that's not
ultimate
her.
Despair, the Future Foundation might kill us, right?
He
We
did
won't let
lose
them do
so
that.
much for Hiko. I
This
feel
isn't
bad.
the Future Foundation's fault. They're the ones who stuck us in this messed up world!
For your protection.
If Junko escapes to the real world,
How many people
there will
died?
be countless victims again.
More than half. Can we be put in? Can we be put into their bodies?
Everyone's hope is in conflict.
Like,
Such despair!
okay, so despair and hope. Which one do I shoot? Disagree. Well, they're the same thing. Disagree with despair and agree with hope. They're the same option. Graduate or shut down? The world or me? Hope or despair? Oh, my health is going down. What was I saying? What if we put Hajime into the dead people's bodies? Okay, hear me out here. It's a choice. I don't know how the computer would figure it out, but I'm just saying, like, you guys click repeat, and scientists in the real world figure that out. Okay. Actually, wait. Is there a camera here? Is the Future Foundation watching live? Maybe they're not, because there's no camera. Anyways, not the point. You're telling us to choose? To choose between that? Why? This little of the death. Why do we have to choose? Okay. What if I shot one of the hope or despair? Would that have just been skipped? Or I should have just shot.
I can't do it.
Oh.
Huh? You can't do it.
I can't choose.
It's too late, I did. Shut down.
You guys are telling us the world's going to be destroyed unless we sacrifice ourselves. And that, I can't decide. I can't choose either one.
Hajime!
Oh, wouldn't have let you to shoot. What would you would have done if you were in this position? If you were the clone, if you were in, maybe not Hajime's position. Hajime is an outlier, but in Sonya, Soda, Akane, there's definitely other people. The next part, okay, I'll concentrate. I'll actually pay attention. I'll actually pay attention. I promise. I will save. I'll save here. If it's going to be hard, I'm actually going to save. What would you do if you're a clone and the world are you? You're not even you, because again, Hajime is an outlier. I would just not graduate. I would do the shutdown, like instantly, no thought. This is completely like, oh, because if they are ready to kill us, and you're just telling me, well, that's also graduate wouldn't work because they would be stuck here and they would kill us anyways. But you're telling me that it's like, okay, you're going to die or you're going to die. You're going to die, but these 3 people that try to save you are stuck in the game, or you get re-uploaded, you're evil, and you're going to die. First of all, it doesn't matter if you're going to die. They're going to kill both of us no matter what, and then your people are stuck. But let's say that doesn't, they're not going to kill you. You're either going to be evil, or you're going to release a bunch of Junkos into the world. a super genius Junko. Instantly, I'm like, okay, sacrifice myself. Sure, I'll become evil again. Literally no thought. What would you do? It's just not it's not even the thing for me. I don't, no thought, nothing. It's obvious. For me, morally, I guess. No thought. Anyways.
Shut up! Leave me alone!
Okay, concentrate.
This is just too much. Why do I have to be a part of this? I mean, I'm different from the rest of you. And I don't even have a talent. But even so, I got dragged into this. And now, my existence is going to disappear? I don't understand it at all.
Oh, you got that little creepy laugh going. You gonna turn evil?
Both choices are hopeless.
Yeah, for you, but not for like your real you. This is just a clone.
How much of ourselves do we have to sacrifice?
This burden. Don't you dare make us shoulder it.
There's no way we can handle this on our own.
Everyone, get a hold of yourselves.
It's impossible! For someone like me, it's impossible. I can't choose the future! Hope, despair, do whatever you want. It's not my problem! That's...
And there's no answer. So you've chosen to make no choice at all. Jeez. Once again, this went exactly as I expected.
What, we're gonna just stay in this room forever?
I get so hopelessly bored when everything goes according to plan. Oh well,
Okay.
Since I have everyone's data, I kind of figured things would play out like this. That is, unless something else hopelessly unpredictable happens.
I'm assuming you predicted it because,
Well, I can say that, but the chance of something convenient happening is hopeless.
okay, so, well, something's definitely gonna happen.
After all, this is a game. A world where everything progresses with predetermined harmony. Fine, I guess it's okay. You don't have to force yourself to make a choice. A futureless future. I think it's fine if that exists too. As long as you don't yearn for hope, you'll never fall victim to despair. That goes for me too. As long as I don't yearn for despair, I'll never need to hope for it. So, let's all free ourselves from this curse and stay here as the best of friends.
So we're clicking repeat, or are we just...
immerse ourselves in this tropical island life forever and ever. Forever and ever, and ever 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 and ever.
Oh, maybe the big one is speaking. Oh. Nope. Oh, we went anti. Are we starting the game over? Because I can't do another 40 episodes. I'm not... Also, oh yeah, I would definitely live. Friends. They're not real. They're Junkos.
Right! A game reset!
And with this, the world will continue to loop.
An eternal game utopia sounds like fun.
I guess it's fine to stay like this for a while.
Young master, that is a wise call.
Yay! You didn't have to forget us!
Yes, there's no way I would forget.
And with this, Junko's gone.
No, she's all of them.
All right, let's party! I'm gonna showcase my full cooking ability.
I don't like you.
Just leave the BGM to Ibuki.
Okay.
Hey, can I take a picture to commemorate this?
No.
Want to be awed by the sight of my prowess? I've prepared you a training regiment.
I just want to pull on the chain.
Should I begin with a brief introduction of myself?
Oh, so he
After
has
all
a
this
different
time?
voice. Okay. I don't like it, but he has a different voice. Who voiced him? Because I'm assuming it was the original Brakra for the original voice. What was this again? Oh well, there's no need to talk, or to think about it. I wanted this ending. Okay. There is one place to shoot, I think.
And with this, the world will continue to loop.
Yeah. Where was the shoot?
Eternal game utopia sounds like
Nope.
fun.
Oh. What am I doing? Oh. Was there more?
A game reset.
Was there more?
And with this, the world will continue to loop.
I don't have any other bullets.
An eternal game utopia sounds like fun.
Okay.
I guess it's fine to stay like this for a while.
I have no idea if that was the right answer, but...
Your master, that is a wise call.
I don't... Was there another place to shoot?
Yes, there's no way I would forget.
And with this, Junko's gone.
No.
All right, let's party.
I'm gonna showcase my full cooking ability.
Just leave the BGM to Ibuki.
I did fast forward, but I don't know if there was
To
another
commemorate this?
shot. I thought it was also going to be...
By the side of my prowess,
Kind of thought it was going to
I've prepared you a training regimen.
change.
Ooh, if you get hurt, let me know.
Should I begin with a brief introduction of myself?
Even with
After all
that
this
voice,
time?
I still like you, don't worry.
That's not it.
Oh. We
You guys
glitching.
aren't part of the game, right?
What am I doing?
All right, a game reset.
And with this, the world will continue to loop.
An eternal game utopia sounds like
Okay,
fun.
so I already shot that though, so that's not it.
I guess it's fine to stay like this for a while.
Young master, that is a wise call.
So she's real. I guess. She's not Junko.
Yes, there's no way I would forget.
I want to fast forward, but I don't want to miss anything.
All right, let's party.
I'm gonna showcase my full cooking ability.
Just leave the BGM to Ibuki.
Hey, can I take a picture to commemorate this?
Is it going to be a different line?
Want to be awed by the sight of my prowess?
Or is it going to be the same line?
I've prepared you a training regimen.
Yes. I don't care. I don't train.
If you get hurt, let me know.
It's a computer game.
Should I begin with a brief introduction of myself?
After all this time?
That's not it.
Hell yeah.
You guys aren't part of the game, right?
Oh. What am I doing? Oh, maybe I'm supposed to take that part. What am I doing? Okay, never mind, sorry.
And with this, the world...
An eternal game.
I guess it's fine to stay...
Okay, I'm supposed to absorb that. Shoot that.
And with this,
All right, I'm gonna showcase my. Just leave the BGM.
I thought I was going to edit again. Change again.
Should I
Nope.
begin with a brief...
That's not it.
That's not it.
You guys aren't part of the game, right?
No. Oh, wait. Was that new? Oops. Shoot. I don't think that's... Where does it say? Oh. Huh? Where is the beginning of this? I fast forward way too much. Really messed up, maybe. So that's Junko. Figure out how to play this out unless something else hopelessly, but it's a game. You don't have to force yourself to make a future, blah blah blah. Forever and ever and ever. Okay, well, I wanted this.
All right,
Oops.
a game reset.
Yeah,
And with
yeah.
this, the world will continue to loop.
Maybe. It probably just said something
An eternal
important.
game utopia.
Maybe I should have played it out. Let her read it, actually. But, my bad. Listen, everything else was repeated again. Why didn't say that the first time?
Who are you?
Her bag is adorable.
I'm just a part of the game.
I
But you guys aren't, right?
think her jacket is supposed to be like billowing in the wind like her skirt, but it looks like her proportions are all sorts of fine. Brain red fine over here. All sorts of messed up. All sorts of disproportionate. Anyways, it will be fine, yeah. I just like reading things. I like not missing something. Anyways, her bag is adorable.
Is that you? Why are you here?
Kind of falls into the trope that woman helps man progress story, but not in a bad way. I think it's done well. Hopefully.
I don't know.
Does this mean you're my memory of Chiaki? Because you should have already disappeared. Oh well, doesn't matter. Anyway, don't you think they're messed up? Telling us the world's going to be destroyed? And to sacrifice ourselves? There's no way I can choose. For someone like me, I'm just not able to choose. Seriously, I've had enough. Tired of being mixed up in all this stuff I don't understand. Not only was I told that I have no talent at all, but if I get out, I'll go back to being ultimate despair. And on top of that, I was told I'm going to disappear too. Isn't that messed up? Hey, you don't want that either, right? I mean, if we lose our memories, there won't be a single trace of your existence left.
Dude, she already sacrificed herself once. I think she will sacrifice herself again, even in your memory.
You're going to completely disappear, and none of us will ever remember you.
No, I won't.
Huh?
Even if I cease to exist, even if you guys never remember me again, that doesn't mean I will completely disappear. As long as everyone continues to move forward toward the future we created together,
We won't remember that,
I will
though.
never disappear.
We won't be making the future we planned.
What I lived for, fought for, and risked my life for will still exist.
You're right, but
We blink in unison.
You're probably just scared, right? Not just of disappearing. You're scared of moving toward the future with such a heavy burden, right?
I'm scared. I'm obviously terrified of that.
How much longer are you going to be this indecisive?
I don't know. I guess until the game tells me.
Huh?
Until my game
Didn't you want to
progresses.
become someone with confidence? Isn't that why you admired Hope's Peak Academy?
But even Hope's Peak Academy tricked me.
Yeah, you get a pass. You get to be upset at Hope Peak Academy. So Hope Peak Academy was actively not a good school. The fact that they had 2,300 plus kids that were upset and used exclusively for money and literally experimented on. He's allowed to be upset.
Hajime,
Yeah.
you've had it wrong this whole time.
Okay, sorry.
Wrong?
Having talent isn't the goal. There's something much more important than whether or not you have talent, right?
Oh, that is interesting though. That you're like, oh, I wish I had talent, and then they're like, you do. It's all of them. And now he's like, I don't want that. You know, careful what you wish for. That's kind of fun.
What's important is that you believe in yourself.
Yeah, I won't remember any of this.
If you can't do that, no matter how much talent you possess, you will never be confident in yourself. Just like how you were in the past.
You? Hey, who are you? I mean, you should have already disappeared, right?
But past Hajime is in the past. He's not the same Hajime who spent time with me and the others in this world. So it's going to be alright. I think it's time you finally had confidence in yourself.
Okay. Who are you? You're not Junko.
Can you tell me something? Which choice should I make? My hope? The world's hope? Which one should I choose?
Again, it's pretty obvious to me.
You guys are the only ones who have the right to decide your future. And the responsibility, too.
Again, what would you choose, like, personally? If you had to choose, in their case, graduate or shut down. Like, what would you lean towards? Not like what would you want to say. I mean, like, would you actually have hesitation?
You're saying I should choose for myself?
But if you can't choose either future, why don't you just create one?
Yeah, the fourth path, I guess. Yeah, let's create a fourth path.
Even if this world is just a game, you guys aren't part of the game.
True.
You guys don't have to just choose a future. You should be able to create one as well.
Interesting.
Do you think someone like me can do that?
Not if it's not in the programming.
Since you're not part of the game, you don't have to worry about talent, skill, or level.
Nope, that was a big part. Level is it's like it was on the it was around here. No, it might have been on the other side. And that was, you know, you raised your level, you got more skills that you could equip.
You guys have a tremendous ultimate move that can overcome anything.
I don't know what it is.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you just do it, things will turn out okay.
Okay, but I don't know what we're saying.
If I do it, things will turn out okay.
Do what?
Of course. Games aren't very fun when they're easy to clear.
Ah, now it's gonna get hard.
But this isn't a game, right?
No, she said that this is a game, the world is, you're not.
Hey, Hajime. This isn't for the sake of anyone else. You have to do this for yourself. Now then, it's about time you show me your cool side, Hajime.
Whoa, you're saying I wasn't cool the whole time we hung out?
Come on, I'll help out too.
Okay, but like, you don't have to be rude about it.
Help?
Kind of rude. I'm just gonna be real. Oh my god.
No talent at all.
Okay.
I was even betrayed by the academy I admired so much.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to disappear.
Okay.
I'm not Izuru Kamakura.
Your hair's kind of telling a different story.
What happened to the world?
Your eyes.
I don't want to sacrifice myself.
Okay, fair.
It's not like I'll be appreciated anyway. There's no way we can beat Junko.
Beat Junko.
It's the Future Foundation's fault.
Yeah.
Not mine.
Okay.
I can't choose the future.
I'm supposed to shoot all these, I'm assuming.
See? If you just do it, things will turn out okay.
Hi.
You should even be able to create the future.
Okay. I don't think that's how games work, but okay. This is me. Is this really me? So uncool. It's totally uncool. Okay, so I'm disagreeing with him.
At all.
Disagree. Is this me? This is really... I'm supposed to absorb that.
I have no talent at all. I was even betrayed. I don't want to disappear. I'm not Izuru. Who cares what
I'm
I don't
supposed
want
to...
to
I'm supposed to absorb.
It's the future. Not mine.
Is it?
Choose the future.
See?
Yeah.
If you should even be able to create the future.
Yeah, got it. Is this me? Is this really me? I'm cool. Okay.
I have no talent at all. I was even betrayed by the academy I admired.
We gotta keep the bullet. Hell yeah. I was scared I'd have to do that
I'm not Izuru Kamakura.
over and over and over and over and over again.
What will happen to the... I don't want to sacrifice myself. It's not like I'll be appreciated.
That's how you have to deal with negative thoughts. Me in bed in the morning. There's no point in getting up.
Even so,
I want to sleep for a little bit longer.
even so,
I wonder.
can't choose the future.
I wonder what his tie is. Yeah. I wonder what his tie is. It's like a little symbol. Oh, she's animated differently.
No matter what kind of future it is, as long as you guys move toward it, I will never disappear. Everything that happened here, it won't be meaningless. If you guys carried the burden of both hope and despair, you should even be able to create the future. Even if it's a convenient miracle, if you just do it, things will turn out okay.
A convenient miracle.
That's why you can't hesitate now. Resolve to throw everything away and give it everything you got. I'll be cheering for you too.
Okay, so somehow we're going to get out of this with the fourth option that we pave.
That reminds me.
I'm so bright.
I forgot to say it again.
Goodbye and I love you. I'm assuming. Awaken?
I will not even remember why everyone died.
Am I supposed to be holding it? No. Okay.
If we don't rid the world of despair, the tragedy will start once again.
8 million clicks on my loud mouse later.
We turn back into ultimate despair.
Hi, Basil.
This is your responsibility, since you're the ones who fell to despair.
It's not my responsibility.
How long do I have to do this?
It's the Future Foundation's.
Oh, okay. Ow, my hand.
They're both hope and they're both despair. A conclusion will never be fucking reached.
Can I shoot? No.
You can't lose hope.
Oh, it's getting longer.
I will not even remember why everyone died.
I don't think that's how bullets work.
You can't lose hope.
The memories
Oh
of
god.
I will
Oh
not even
god.
know why everyone died.
If we don't rid the world, the tragedy will.
Legacy echo. We turn back, we might be killed, but
This is your response.
It's not my responsibility. It's the Future Foundation.
They're both hope and a conclusion will never.
No, that's wrong.
It's like my eyeballs. They changed from the little no symbol to the little cross. That was my eyeball.
It won't just be hope. There will probably be a lot of despair, too.
You do you.
I don't
Anyways.
know what kind of future
Oh, I'm
awaits us.
glowing. Is this what Super Saiyan is? I never watched it. His voice got deeper. Very suave.
But our futures are ours. I won't let anyone take them.
Huh? Who the hell are you?
I've decided. I'm done running away. I will fight for my future. I will fight alongside the future that everyone created for me. It's not for anyone else's sake but my own.
Don't tell me. Izuru? Hey, what the heck is going on? Is this a serious bug or something?
I am not Izuru
Oh, okay.
Kamakura.
No.
I am Hajime Hinata!
This is what happened to... This is the same confidence that happened to Taka. He started to... Right? He got red eyes and his hair turned white and he started to glow. That's how confidence works. Okay, I'm intrigued. Oh god. Future, okay. Confidence is attractive.
You despair because you yearn
Nope.
for hope.
I forgot what
You
buttons.
yearn
How do
for
I?
hope because you
Ah,
despair.
yeah, got it.
Let's finish this already. There's no need for you to close your eyes and cover your ears. Just shut the hell up. You do that
Can I?
to
Oh,
me.
infinite.
If you don't
Oh,
want that,
sick.
just turn off the game.
Oh, okay. Just turn off the computer. I will open the way to the future. To the future ourselves. The cycle of hope and despair and killing. We needed to end right here.
You despair because you yearn for you yearn for
Uh,
hope because you let's finish this already.
was
There's
there
no
something
need
to
for you
hit?
choose. Close your eyes and cover your ears. Just shut the hell up. If you do that, this game is gonna continue. If you don't want that, just turn off the game!
Okay, no. Oh, okay, we're
Even
just
so,
advanced.
I
I thought there was a... Can I?
I'll
Oh,
never let anyone choose again.
I thought the purple I needed to get rid of it. Okay, so we're confident now. Okay. Oh, panic. Oh, heck. I hate this.
I don't want anything.
Oh.
You
Wait,
have no
how do I,
argument.
if I have infinite and I don't get in trouble, can I just try?
Just give up already.
No, I'm just gonna keep missing.
A miracle won't happen. This crappy feeling.
Am I doing this
I don't
wrong?
want anything.
I realize I always mess up this game, and
Zuru!
I realize I might just be messing
You
up.
have no argument. The future will make you suffer. Just give up already.
Can I?
You're not hope.
I still have to hit them, right?
I don't want to lose anything. Any choice is to spare. You're not hope. You have no argument. I don't want anything.
Okay,
You won't be able to do it. You won't be able to do anything.
that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
The word urine sounds too close to urine for my taste.
What the heck is wrong with you?
You're right.
Why is there a bug like this all of a sudden?
Yeah, that happened. Oh man. What were we watching? My siblings and I were watching... Was it Actively in Scream 2? We watched Scream 2 the other day. And there was a line, my sister was like, wait, what? And it just sounded completely wrong. And it was just a very serious moment, so they were trying to like say something. And she was right, it sounded like that. It didn't sound like the word, I can't remember, God, I wish I remembered what it was. So yeah, there's words like that where it's too close to other things.
Everyone, let's shut this game down.
Okay.
Huh? But
Am I supposed to exit the game? Is it going to get meta?
Don't you get it? If we start the shutdown sequence, we'll...
There's never only one choice to make. There's no way I'll allow things to end this way. The future everyone has created for us should have more possibilities than that.
Okay, I do kind of like his confidence look. I kind of like it. I think it looks better than his normal look. It's true. There's something like that with like the colors where I think it was a dress that my sister owns, and I call it purple, and my siblings are like, it's blue. And I'm like, yeah, it's purple. It's solidly indigo, I think. I think it's like indigo, like, because that is a color. But we just fully disagree on what it is. Like, I'm like, it's the whatever dress. And, like, in real life, we just, I guess, call it two different things. And my sibling and I also argued about a car. It was supposed to be like a taxi, and it was like fully, I'm like, it's orange, and my sister's like, it's dark yellow, and I'm like, it's orange, it's full on orange, it's like tangerine, it's like periwinkle. Is it blue or is it purple? I love periwinkle. Growing up, periwinkle was one of my favorite colors, and then I remember they introduced periwinkle to Blue's Clues, and it was very funny. Was it periwinkle? There was periwinkle in Blue's Clues as well, but I think there was also magenta. I remember magenta as well in Blue's Clues. It's fun to say periwinkle. It is true. Yeah, when I was little, my mom was very, very nice and let me color my room, my childhood room. She let me pick it. So I chose two different purples. One was like a darker purple, which personally, even back in the day, I didn't love it. I wish it was more of a royal, like, purple. What is it? Like a jewel toned purple, but it was not that. And then one was like a light, not a periwinkle, but it's just a true purple, like a lavender. Anyways, it's still that color to this day. Never repainted it. Painted it when I was like 6 years old. And so I have 2 of my walls are one color, and then the other 2 are the other. So still that color to this day. I remember I had... Sorry, you triggered one of my stories. Now you gotta listen to it. And I had a stuffed Build-A-Bear. My very first Build-A-Bear was a monkey. And she got purple paint on her tail. Never could get rid of it. She is still in my bedroom upstairs as well. My very first Build-A-Bear, got it like right before painting my room. I got to choose the purple, yeah, I mean, we painted it, but my house is tilted, so it's not a very clean paint job. But I remember just sitting in my room, and it smelled extremely like paint, and my mom painted the rooms the colors I wanted, but because it was an oddball amount, we had leftovers, and honestly, those are probably somewhere too, in my mom's, like, stuff, probably in the garage or something. And everywhere was just covered in plastic, but I wanted my stuffed animals, but my mom was like, no, don't do that. If you uncover your stuffed animals, you're going to get paint on them. And sure enough, perfectly on the tail of my stuffed animal. I hated it. I was so upset, but I also didn't listen to her and took it out of the plastic, so it was kind of on me. So I couldn't even be mad at her. But yeah, so I don't remember what I called her though. My stuffed animal, not my mom. But I still have her. I have a whole pile of my old stuffed animals. I have a whole pile of them in my childhood room, and obviously a lot of things updated since then. The decor, the furniture, everything. But still have this giant pile of stuffed animals. Some of them I got for birthdays, and some of them I got for different things throughout my life. One was from a family friend that died earlier, maybe a year ago, so I'm not getting rid of that now. Even so, I hated the stuffed animal my whole life. One of them was actually, I talked about it before, but a mermaid that got me into arts and crafts myself. A neighbor made a mermaid, completely handmade, and it fascinated me that you could just make stuff, and that's what made me get into arts and crafts. So I was very self-aware as a kid with stuff. Like one time I was so mad at my cousin. I remember we were in high chairs. No, what do you call them? Safety chairs in cars, like the safety seats. They're not high chairs. Booster seats. Booster seats? Booster seats. We were both in car seats. Oh, yeah, well, that makes sense. We were in the car seats, and we were the same age, and he was screaming this music. And growing up, my mom only ever listened to religious music. Well, after a certain age. Before that, she loved classic rock. And then from that point on, exclusively Christian music. And no offense, it got a little bit repetitive. Not like hymns, more like Christian rock or Christian pop music. So it was like, we had the original like iPod, the big one with the screen and touch screen, not the touch, but like that little circle menu, you know, the classic iPod. My mom had one of those, just all Christian songs on it. And that was the only thing I was allowed to listen to was Christian songs. And then my eldest sibling got into Sweeney Todd, so it was just Christian songs and then Sweeney Todd. Anyways, we're gonna move on. So what happened is we were listening to it. So when I was with my aunt, it was the first time I was listening to music that wasn't Christian. So I didn't know the song. So I'm like, shut up. I screamed at my cousin. I felt really guilty. I screamed at my cousin to shut the hell up. And my aunt's like, whoa, bro, you can't do that. And I'm like, well, he's being annoying. I want to listen to the music. I want to know what they're saying. And she's like, he knows the lyrics. He's singing them. albeit very badly. He was singing horribly. I mean, give it, he was a child, and so was I. But anyways, so I apologized. But, anyways, I felt really bad. I felt so guilty. I felt so guilty. I have no idea what that is. But yeah, not the first concert. The first concert I went to was a Nick Jonas concert. Because my eldest sibling, I was not supposed to tell anyone this, my eldest sibling was really into Nick Jonas. So, it's a Christian heavy metal band. Anyways, that's the whole point of what I was saying. One time we went to an amusement park for a Christian event, and it was one of the first concerts I've been to, but they were a heavy rock Christian band. So they were telling you how to, not strain your neck. When you want to move your head, you should use your back to bend and have the head thrashing, but not your neck, because it'll hurt. So, anyways, that was a very fun day at the amusement park. It was very good advice, because ever since then, I see people using their neck, and they're like, oh, my neck hurts after I go to a concert. I'm like, use your back. Yes, it was the concert was very nice. I mean, albeit some of the music wasn't. That rock band was pretty cool. The people were pretty nice because it was Christian Day, so of course Christians are very nice to other Christians. So, but it was bad because I was probably 14 to 16 years old, and two of my friends had crushes on me, and it was very awkward because the whole day they were just going after me. And I don't want to be mean to Christians because I don't want to, but Christians are very nice to other Christians, and I was a 14 to 16 year old, what they thought was a Christian girl. So they were very nice. They were like, oh, you can go ahead of me, or you can make sure you're with your friends, or they were very nice. All these other Christians were extremely nice. But anyways, it was also a little bit annoying because these two guys in my group were into me, and they were like, let's hold hands. So what I did is not turn either of them down because it would have been awkward. I just held both of their hands at the same time, because one of them tried to hold my hand, but then the other one wanted to also make a move, so he started to hold my hand. And then and then years later I stopped talking to both of them, and I came out as trans on the internet through that to them, and one of them is super transphobic, so here we are. One of them I didn't like. I should have just said no to that one. One of them I didn't like, and one of them was he was sweet though. He was actually very sweet. He was very accepting of LGBT people. He was extremely nice, not racist, not homophobic. I don't know why I just didn't turn one of them down and said I like the other one's personality better, but I wasn't really into either of them. So I should have just turned them both down. But anyways, that was that story. And then there was a third guy in my group, but he wasn't there that day. I liked him the best. I liked him the best. Anyways, yeah. Sorry, you unlocked a story time, and you get all of the stories at once. Yeah. But yeah, like with the Christian rock, everyone was after me. No, the only one that was not into me was the one that I liked the best. He was the only one that wasn't into me. He was very sweet. But he was like, I'm not, no. He was full on like, no, I'm good. But the other two, yeah. Give it, I was the only, woman, lady, girl that was in our church group. I was the only one. So, yeah. And then, you know what? Church group stories for another day. You know, that's how you say it, right? A lady girl. I didn't know. I wasn't a woman. I was 14 to 16 years old at that point. I don't remember what year I was. Anyways, I liked roller coasters. I liked roller coasters, so that day we got to ride a whole bunch of roller coasters. Yeah. Did I? Sorry, unlocked more story time. I love telling stories. God, I love talking. One time, when I was in summer school, I love roller coasters. I grew up on roller coasters. Everyone was like, "I'm so afraid of roller." I grew up on them. I love them. Love them. Every single year, we would go to that roller coaster park, amusement park. Never went to a theme park until I was like 14. So before that, it was just purely roller coasters, baby. Just pure roller coasters. So I would go upside down, and one of them, apparently, when it came out, was too intense, so they actually changed it. So when I went on again, I was like, it's not as thrilling as I remember, and then I realized they changed it. They just completely changed the track, and I didn't realize. I didn't know. Anyways. You should come over. We can go to the amusement park together. So people are like, "Oh no, I'm so scared of like roller coasters." I love them. Anyways, point was, I was watching a YouTuber who just talks about roller coasters, and one of them was the roller coaster that they were talking about was the one that was like too bad, apparently made people black out, and I was on that. I haven't been since pre-COVID, obviously. I haven't been, I think, a year or two before COVID happened, so I haven't been in a very long time. I actually, one of my favorite also, and not to brag, it always sounds like such like rich person bragging about like, oh, when I went to this place or this place, but like not that. But I went, previously I studied overseas, and I went to Fuji-Q, which is an amusement park at like the base of Mount Fuji, and it was one of my favorite days of going over there. I went with a bunch of college friends, and we went on a bunch of roller coasters. And then I also met a homophobic guy, and yeah, I studied in Japan for over a year, like a year and 3 months. That's how long my visa lasted. I could have renewed it, but yeah, that's where I got this tattoo. It was my very first tattoo. And I got it done like the street next to Harajuku. It was an English-speaking tattoo shop, and it was amazing. Oh, if you stay illegally, they're gonna. Oh no, you don't want to mess with Japanese police. No. But I should have kept studying there, but money, I couldn't really afford college, let alone out-of-state tuition, which it was out-of-state. But I wish I stayed. I think of going back, but then I realized I don't know what to study. Anyways, point was that my talking about two guys into me. I remember back in elementary school, 4th grade. No, they will mess with you, but Japanese police can hold you up to 28 days without formally arresting you, but holding you for 28 days. I would be a teacher, but I have piercings, like a bunch of piercings and tattoos, and I also came here, transitioned, did all that. So, but I would love to go back. Once like COVID is more underway, I plan to go back. I plan to at least vacation there, if not try to figure something out. I would love to, absolutely love to. I learned very, very mediocre Japanese too. I lost it. This was like 5 years ago. So I lost my Japanese skill, but I got pretty good. Anyways, so back in elementary school in like 3rd, 4th grade, in summer school, I went and all the boys were allowed to get up, get their lunch boxes, and sit back down. So I was going to do that. So when the girls were called, I got up and I went. I couldn't find my lunchbox. And I got panicked, and I'm throwing it, all the people's jackets everywhere, and I'm looking for it. And I couldn't find this lunchbox anywhere. And I panicked, I sit back down, and I'm like, bro, to my 2 friends, I didn't realize they were 2 dudes. Well, they were, like 8, but these two kids, I was also a kid. It doesn't matter. These 2 kids. And I'm like, I can't find my lunchbox. I know I brought it. I don't know what happened to it. And one of the guys, I realized the reason why they took so long to come to sit back down is they were actually fighting over who would bring me my lunchbox. And they're like, we didn't want you to get up. We were going to give you a lunchbox, your lunchbox, without you having to get up. And I realized at that moment, I said, why? And they're like, because we like you. And I was like, oh, I just want to eat my food. So anyways, so as you can tell, I'm extremely charming, and everyone is totally into me. Exactly. I was the belle of the village. I'm sorry that you're disqualified. Everyone did want me. Maybe there weren't that many people. No, I remember that summer school, there was a set of twins, but they were mirror image twins. So like one had a freckle on one side of the face, and one had a freckle on the other. And it was just really sweet. And I remembered one of them was named Rosemary, and I loved that so much that when I transitioned, I was like, well, what name do I want? And I just always remembered Rosemary. I always remembered her name, and I'm like, I want a cute name like that. So that's why I went with Basil, because it's like, yeah, Rosemary, it just reminded me. I just always loved that name, so that's why I went with Basil. Anyways, sorry that I talked for like 30 minutes on random stuff. Yeah. But I don't know why. I always assumed all people had stories like. I wonder. I never actually talked to anyone about the stories about the 2 people being into me at once. It just happened. No, well, yeah, it is my username, but not legally, but I did choose to go by Basil. That's why I chose my username, and then I was like, oh, I chose my real name to be Basil as well. Well, not at the same time. And then I realized that was kind of a stupid idea to put my name in my username, because they should be different, but, oops. Ragweed. Yeah, there was a fungus that I was looking at that I liked the name of, but then I realized for my middle name, which I'm not going to say, but I was thinking about it, and I was thinking of changing my middle name. That's why I legally hasn't changed my name yet. And everyone's like, why haven't you changed your name legally? You've been out for years and transitioned for over a year now. And I'm like, I don't have a middle name, and I don't want to change it twice. So for years now, I've been trying to choose a middle name, and I just haven't come up with one, because I don't want my middle name to be a plant as well. So even so, I really like that that fungus is his name. I don't want to name myself Basil and then another plant and then my last name. Yeah, my dad growing up has a feminine name. Well, it isn't typically feminine, but in recent years it's became feminine. And he hates it, and I'm just like, change your name. So my take to you is change your name. Just do it. Just change your name. Yeah, my middle name right now is also technically nature themed, and so part of me wants to keep it close-ish to that, but then I'm like, do I want it to be a nature themed Basil and then nature theme? So, but I was middle name, so I don't know what to do with that. But so yeah, but yeah, my first name, did I ever, so my last name, without being too in particular, my last name is a popular male name. So because of that, there was a kid named that popular male name, and these kids would always make fun of it because my last name was his first name, and they're like, you guys are going to get married when you're older. And I was like, no we're not. And also that's stupid, because then my last name as the lady girl would be changed to his last name, so it doesn't matter that my last name is the same as his first name. Anyways, and then I realized he also had a crush on me, and I turned him down in front of the whole class, given we were like 9, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I had my name be my grandfather's name. Like online, I went through many names. I went with my grandfather's name. I thought of other names. I've been changing my name since as long as I had it. So, I'm super flaky with names. I changed it a few times. I'll get emails from things I signed up with, like a whatever name that I just threw to the side. Basil was like, you know what, I can live with that. That can be my name. And that's when I chose it. I actually chose it because I liked it from a picture of Dorian Gray, and I'm like, that's it. The Murdered Artist, that's the name. Yeah, that's the same. I'm horrible at picking names. Like anytime I Build-A-Bear, my choosing the name was the worst part. I hated choosing names. My favorite stuffed animal was a teddy bear. I never named him, but my mom changed it to Teddy because it's like, we are not going to call him your teddy bear. We're going to choose... That's so cool. We're going to choose Teddy. So I'm like, okay. So we changed it to Teddy. Then I got a dog, and I'm like, I don't have names, so I'm bad at names. So choosing my name, it takes me years. So yeah, I'm the same way. What's the Mr. Gray? I don't want to call him Mr. He's 50 Shades of Grey. What's his name? I never read it. I have complaints about it, but I never read it. Yeah, Dorian Gray, the picture of Dorian Gray. I read it, and he's like murdered, spoilers, guy named Basil, and I'm like, that's it. That's the name. Was it Dorian? It might be. Like, legitimately, it might be. I have never read it, never watched it, never was part of it. But yeah, with tattoos, I have 3 of them, I think. Yeah, I have 3 of them. That's why I first started with piercings, because piercings you can just take out and they'll be gone. with tattoos, I'm like, what if I hate it? And then I got my first one, and what I decided is it's kind of just whatever makes me have joy, because in that moment, because even if it doesn't in the moment bring me joy, I knew it did when I got it. So I'm like, I was absolutely loved the little umbrella, and I was like, oh hell yeah. And then you can't see it, it's on the back of my arm, it's a fish, and there's no story, I just wanted a fish, so I did. And so I got this one with my sister, I got the other one with my other sibling, I got this one with my sibling, and even so, I might not like the look of them, there's the connection to them, and I like them in the moment, I really did. Like the object, the tattoos are clean, I go to good places. Piercing, people are like, but tattoos are so painful, I'd rather get a piercing. Piercings are more painful than tattoos to me. Full stop. Like, they last longer pain-wise, tattoos get like itchy painful because they're healing, but piercings, they hurt. I haven't played the game in so long, I love talking. Yeah, that was my mom at, I don't know how old she is, I shouldn't say anyways, don't want to be rude. She got her first tattoo, and she was like, yeah, it didn't hurt as much as I thought, but it's really itchy. And I'm like, yeah, that happens. See, I don't drink, so I can't speak on that, but it's like, will this guy be my favorite design in 25 years? Who knows? But I got it, I got a whole story behind it, I got it done in Japan, and it's just fun. The fish, since I got my fish tattoo, I have had the thought of, what if I get a fish tattooed to me? And I'm like, you have one. So it's like, whatever just makes me happy. So that's my take on things. Anyway.
Let's leave this place with confidence, and from there we can just create it on our own.
Yeah, and then an old man was like, why do you have a fish tattooed on you? And I had to tell him there was no reason. And he's like, there has to be a reason. I'm like, no. And I was just picking up a prescription from like Walgreens, and I'm like, no, there's no story. So then he's like, no, there is. And I'm like, I used to go fishing with my dad, and he's like, so there was a story. I'm like, that's not why I got it. I mean, it was true. I used to go fishing with my dad like for like 4 different times, but that's not why I got it. I got it because I like a picture of a fish, and that's why I like fish. I'm going to get beetles and other bugs tattooed on me, I know it, but I just like it. Not everything has a reason, and not everything needs a reason. Yes, exactly. Just liking it. Same with media. Even if a media is flawed, if you like it, that's good enough. Like, it doesn't have to be flawless. It doesn't have to have everything in a rhyme or reason. You can just like it. Anyways, I should actually end it here. I should really not. It's like really late. I didn't realize. Anyways, so I'm gonna leave it here. Just talking. Yeah, that's like a big thing. And I talked about it before. I don't typically watch this guy's videos, but he has really good points. I'm really dark. 1 second. 1 second. Anyways, so yeah, that's how late it is. It's time to get up. And by that, I mean I need to go to sleep. But yes, anyways, there's this guy, I think his name is Bob Vids, and my sibling watches him, and he does have a lot of physical, like, critiques of things, especially, I've watched the Snowman, I think it's called, where it's not well done. It got that one actor that played young Magneto, not old, young Magneto. I don't remember his name. And anyways, it's really poorly done, especially one scene. It was supposed to take a few days to film. Apparently it took like over a week because they just really messed up the camera work. The director was not skilled. Anyways, so he talks about technical stuff, but at an end of everything wrong with video, he talks about that even if something is flawed, the biggest part of media is just liking it. like Danganronpa can be flawed in so many ways, and you can have valid critiques of them, but if you like it, that's good enough. That's it. That's good enough. In the everything wrong with video, he talks about the suicide. He is copying my hair. It used to be green, but it washed out. With it's better than when someone said I had Mondo hair. They're not wrong, but it was rude. Anyways, so he talks about the Suicide Squad, and in the CinemaSins video, they talk about, oh, this person ended a sentence incorrectly, and it's like, who cares? His hair looks like corn. Anyways, so it's like, you can have wrong sentences, you can, all of that. It just, if you like something, you like it. And for me, I related very heavily with the characters in the Suicide Squad. I related to the Polka Dot Man, and I related to Ratcatcher, and not related, but also just felt for her. I absolutely love Ratcatcher too. It made me feel things, and I liked it. I did not have the same connection to the original Suicide Squad. Fundamentally, it was really messed up, and it really got to me. But the Suicide Squad movie, I was extremely connected to, and that's more important than any fundamental issues that could inherently be there. Also, I don't think the inherent issues that he talked about were actual critiques, blah blah blah. Anyways. Yeah, my siblings and I watched stuff, and we just watched, what is it? With Oscar Isaac, the night, oh god, I forgot what it's called. Moon Knight, I think. We just watched the first episode of Moon Knight, and we're watching it, and no spoilers, this will be spoiler free, so don't worry. And yeah, my siblings just ended with, he's so attractive, and I'm like, guys, that was not the point of the story that you should be focused on. And they're like, nope, that is. And it's great, because that's what will happen every time we watch something. We've watched talking about being connected to things is we watched Welcome to Raccoon City like 3 times. You know, good for you. We watched that movie about 3 times because of the actor for, God, what's his name? The main guy in Resident Evil 2. God, I forgot what his name is. Anyways, he is a very attractive man. Can't argue that. And we watched it so many times because they're so attracted to him. That's the same reason growing up I watched Ella Enchanted about 18 million times because my siblings were just so into Hugh Dancy. Also, a lot of media I grew up on were just because my siblings were super attracted. Yeah, exactly, the prince. They were just super attracted to the prince so much. I believe that's Hugh Dancy. Am I getting his name wrong? I could be. God, I could be. So we just watched that so many times because of that. And same with Other one, just I'm sorry. Okay, we're done. We're done here. We're done. Goodbye. No, where's my mouse? There it is. So yeah, just growing up, just watching all of these media, and my siblings just super were into it. Just because it's like 5 in the morning, you're going to tell me to go to bed? Extremely rude. Extremely rude. I'm kidding. I'm going to bed. Good night.